Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator and I will be your host for tonight's matchup between... As I forget who's playing. Oh my god, Team Rainbow Strike Go versus Can't Create Acronyms here in Division C West. Our lobby is forming, but before we get to the game, I gotta let you know about tonight's teams and remind myself of them apparently. Team Rainbow Strike Go comes into tonight's matchup at 4 wins and 1 loss on the matches, 8-4 on the maps. So far, the best maps for TRSG, Hanamura Temple at 3-0 and Cursed Hollow at 2-1. Best heroes so far on the season, 3-1 on Kael'thas, 3-1 on Jaina, and 3-0 on Greymane, doing well on those backline assassins. On the other side, Can't Create Acronyms coming into tonight's match at 1-4, 4-8 on the map record. So far, 1-0 on Infernal Shrines and 2-2 on Volskaya Foundry. Best heroes so far, Junkrat coming in at 2-2, Mei at 2-1, and Kira at 2-0. Valk is mentioning something about the audio. Make sure nothing's wrong there. Yeah, it's detecting my voice. Hopefully everything's alright there with Valkymer. Head on over to the map screen. Let you know about tonight's matchup. Looks like our teams are nearly ready, so I've got a bit of time to talk about the maps here. Team Rainbow Strike Go, banned away Infernal Shrines and Volskaya Foundry. Can't Create Acronyms banning away Hanamura Temple and Braxis Holdout. And it is Can't Create Acronyms that is going to be bringing us to Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 1 today. Gonna reload the app? Alright, cool. Cool. Teams are still getting ready, so we're gonna bring it back to me. But here we are. We have to stall no longer. Game number 1 going to be underway here. Team Rainbow Strike Go versus Can't Create Acronyms. I didn't get the... Tomb of the Spider Queen did not show up on the more played maps for these teams. So definitely not a standard for these two teams. Though with Team Rainbow Strike Go playing a ton of Johanna, this is an absolutely... I mean, Johanna's kind of fallen down the list in terms of tank tier, but a Tomb of the Spider Queen, Johanna absolutely, in my mind, still an A tier tank. So we'll see if Can't Create Acronyms is going to ban that away, as Team Rainbow Strike Go does have the first pick here. And the first ban. We'll see what they want to get rid of first. Taking a look at the options, probably Ana. I'm going to take away the Diva. Diva's still very strong. Still a very, very good offlaner. Can do pretty much everything right now. There's not a lot of situations where Diva isn't strong. I mean, you can draft around killing Diva. Like Malfurion, I think, is a pretty strong Diva counter. You just wait until they want to drop the bomb, which is usually pretty telegraphed. Then put the root down underneath and just kill Diva. It's pretty simple, but, you know, not always so simple, and you have to play Malfurion to do it. Alarak going to be banned away by Can't Create Acronyms. If I take a quick look over, I don't see a ton of Alarak in the history of TRSG. But if they've got something in mind that they don't want to be constantly silenced for, we'll have to see what makes sense. Ana going to be banned away by Team Rainbow Strike Go, as is tradition here in the Nexus Gaming Series. Ana, extremely high on the healer tier list across pretty much every division, and the most played healer for Can't Create Acronyms, so all the more reason to ban away the sniper. Valkymer struggling on through. Poor guy. Malthael going to be banned away by Can't Create Acronyms. Interesting ban. Kingle is going to snipe away the Gazlo on that first pick. Gazlo did get buffed this week. was a little bit lacking. The Gazlo mains out there were saying Gazlo was fine. They don't know why Gazlo needed to get buffed, but they're happy to see it. But that means that BMed's not going to be able to play Gazlo. BMed's put in, let me see here, is it 4 games on Gazlo? Yeah, 4 of the 12 games so far this season on Gazlo, and that was before the buffs. Subutai gonna grab up the Deckard Kane, and Arcane is gonna snap up Grey Mane. And there's Silver's Johanna, right on schedule. See what the third pick here is for Team Rainbow Strike Go. The Deckard off the table. They've got their main wave clear taken care of. You might see that Kael'thas come through, and as I say that, Robert plays the Fire Mage. So, wave clear absolutely taken care of with those 2 heroes, Johanna and Kael'thas. Deckard can aid in the wave clear for sure. Greymane's alright at it, but I'd like to see Can't Create Acronyms pick up a strong wave clear mage. Like Orphea can get it done, Tassadar can absolutely get it done, Jaina can do some work there. As we're going to see Uther banned away by Can't Create Acronyms. Interesting, the Uther ban. So the tank's already picked up, so they were banning away a healing Uther with a Kael'thas backline. Interesting. I mean, it contributes to the stun train, I will give it that. Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to ban away Diablo. Pretty common pairing alongside Deckard Kane. And on Tomb of the Spider Queen with so much infrastructure, the lane's so thin, Diablo can absolutely control that space. So we're not going to see the Primeval today. Next 2 picks going over to Can't Create Acronyms. ETC and May definitely still on the table for tanks. We're going to see the ETC coming in for Crinetix. And there's that Jaina for Great Putu. So Jaina will be shoring up the wave clear here for Can't Create Acronyms. We'll definitely be able to keep up with the Johanna Kael'thas. Last 2 picks here coming in for Panda and Styx. They need that healer, they need that follow-up damage. To see what their options are. Could be a Junkrat coming through. It is going to be the Malfurion for Panda, and Styx is going to play some Cassia. Not a lot of history on those 2 heroes so far this season. But great follow-up to Johanna and Kael'thas is Malfurion, and Cassia is just a boatload of damage. So we'll absolutely be able to complete some kills. And BMed is going to grab Dahaka here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now, it's true that Tomb of the Spider Queen's the smallest map, but it also has an awful lot of vents. So Dahaka is going to be able to move around at full speed a lot of the time. So I'm interested to see what BMed can do on the Primal spawn. Primal Zerg. Game number 1. Team Rainbow Strike Go versus Can't Create Acronyms. Let's go. Alrighty, loading in here to game number 1. On the left in the blue, we have Team Rainbow Strike Go, with Panda playing the Malfurion, Styx is on Cassia, Robert is on the Kael'thas, Kingle is playing Gazlo, and Silver is on the Johanna. On the right in the red, we have Can't Create Acronyms with Arcane on the Greymane, Great Putu is playing Jaina, Crinetix on the ETC, Subutai on the Deckard, and BMed on the Dahaka. Here we go, game number 1 is underway. Valkymer redeeming the 10 curls. We'll have to get those done right after this game here. Checking in on the level 1 quests, it's going to be globes for Jaina and ETC. Deckard, or Dahaka, going to be building into speed on level 1, and Kael'thas looking for globes as well, over on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. We're going to see the teams just work on this mid-wave clear, start up those rotations. Dahaka going to catch Gazlo on this rotation, try to ward away, but gonna go ahead and continue the battle there in the bottom lane. Team Rainbow Strike Go currently has an advantage on the rotations, already moving back to mid, and they're gonna take the opportunity to put some poke damage onto these towers. Checking back, B-Med taking some extra damage versus Kingle down there. But Tahaka, with all the essence coming off those minions, will be able to heal up. Should be able to burrow away from a lot of that damage. Deckard can also come on down and just hand over a potion. Ooh, almost getting taken out by the turret there. Heading on out there, gonna have to use some of those Deckard potions to heal on up. But so far, Gazlo doing very well in that bottom lane matchup. Checking back in. Rotation still going the way of Team Rainbow Strike Go here. Able to control that middle space and just move with extreme efficiency between the two lanes. We're going to see Silver trying to interrupt the rotation of Arcane there. As we now have a gank onto the bottom lane. Kingle pops the medallion and manages to escape. Gutsy rotation there from Can't Create Acronyms does not quite pay off. And they're going to have to come back up here and continue their soak. Oh, thank you, Chair Glue. That's a feature of Soothsayer, which is developed by Falendrith. Falendrith also does the Stats of the Storm, which I use very frequently to create all of those stat graphics. So big ups to Falendrith. Level 4 has arrived for both teams, just working on that wave clear once again. Looks like Styx and Panda are going to go ahead and work on the Bruiser camp on the left-hand side. B-Med trying to move on to Gazlo down here in the bottom lane. Gazlo kind of getting body blocked here. Rest of Can't Create Acronyms thinking about moving up. Could there be a gang? Crinitix is going in. Finds the slide, the stun is good. Oh, not enough damage. Somehow Gazlo gets away there. Just needed one more auto to land, but just couldn't get it. The wall's still intact, hides Gazlo, and another gank avoided by Team Rainbow Strike Go. Checking in on the experience, it looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go is starting to pull a little bit ahead on the minions, not by much. Panda in a little bit of trouble. Once again, another bottom lane gank, barely escaped by the blue team. Can't Create Acronyms is going to go ahead and grab the bottom siege camp here. Crinitix maintaining presence in the top lane. Arcane having to deal with this Bruiser camp that has already burned through the mid-fort wall very early on in this game. Already putting some damage onto the mid-fort. It's Crinitix trying to ward away the rest of Team Rainbow Strike Go here. Gazlo whacking away at the siege camp in the bottom lane. B-Med looking for a drag, won't find it just yet. Both teams looking at level 7 here, as they're now starting to try to create space, get ready for that first turn into the game. Rotations continuing here. When the wave clears this strong on both sides, it's really going to be up to one of these teams to push the envelope, try to push into the middle. Red team actually, Crinitix, turning in the bottom lane, sneaking away from the group, and we're going to have a red Webweaver wave coming down the lanes first. B-Med now getting chased by Styx, has to pop the Unstoppable to try to get the slow off, and B-Med will manage to get away. And here come the Webweavers. Crew looking for Styx on the rotation, looking for Kingle as well. Team Rainbow Strike Go managing to escape here. Still 0 kills so far this game. Kingle's going to be working on this wave clear. Can't Create Acronyms, focusing on the bottom lane for now. Here comes the rotation, though. Silver coming along the flank. The root will not catch Crinitix, and Can't Create Acronyms is going to be able to slide away here. Bottom Webweaver going to be finished off. Styx working on the top Webweaver alone, but here comes Arcane and crew. Cassia still has the wall to retreat behind, and the objective is cleared. Now it'll be up to Can't Create acronymS to really control these turn-in points. They don't want to just give over a blue turn-in at this juncture. It'll just completely erase the progress here, but it looks like Silver will have the opportunity to turn in, and there they are. It's going to be blue web weavers coming up here. BMed trying to control the vision here in this bottom lane. And I think this might be a tougher defense for Can't Create acronymS. If it goes too far, level 10s are going to come online for Team Rainbow Strike Go, and a lot of their wave clear is locked behind one character, the Jaina. So we'll see what they can do. This Team Rainbow Strike Go has already cleared the mid wave, and they're moving onto this mid fort. Greymane in the top lane clearing the objective. Dahaka in the bottom lane clearing that as well. So Team Rainbow Strike Go just focusing on the mid. There's that level 10. We're going to have the Blessed Shield, the Twilight Dream. There's the Gravel Bomb generator. We have the Valkyrie coming out from Cassia and Pyroblast from Kael'thas. Team Rainbow Strike Go is now without the objective, just barreling down this top lane. Got the well taken out. They're trying to clear these minions, but without a minion wave of their own for now. Oh, the Gravel Bomb does not connect onto Arcane. Greymane manages to wiggle on out of there. Here comes Crinetix. The slide is good onto Johanna. The follow-up damage from Jaina, but the Unstoppable is enough to allow Silver to get on out of there. The Valkyrie pulls Arcane into the backline. A huge sleep from Subutai catches 3, allowing Arcane to chase onto Styx. The counter silence from Malfurion is good. Crinetix has the Pyroblast keyed in. Looking for some armor. There it is. Crinetix gonna survive, negating that Pyroblast. Cassia and Kael'thas just trying to poke in and finish off this fort. Just need one more touch. And there it is. The fort's down, and BMed could be in some trouble here as Rooted. Silver. Oh, the stage dive coming in from Crinetix. Followed up by the Ring of Frost, and that's going to be a kill onto Kael'thas, our first kill of the game. Interesting to see the double global coming in on Tomb of the Spider Queen of all maps. We've got the Dahaka, and now we have Stage Dive coming out from ETC. Checking in on the rest of the heroics from Can't Create acronymS, we have Cursed Bullet, Stay While and Listen you saw there, the Isolation from Dahaka, Ring of Frost, and Stage Dive. Crinetix trying to create space in the bottom lane. They do have enough for a turn-in here. Jason bringing in the raid with 13 members. Welcome to the stream. We are in game number 1 of Team Rainbow Strike Go versus Can't Create acronymS. We've only got 1 kill in this game so far. It's been very, very clean team fights, very clean rotations. No one's stepping out too far so far. But here in the mid lane, we've got a big bruiser push going to be pushing onto this mid keep. And the counter camp in the bottom lane is taken by Can't Create acronymS. Crinetix warding is pushed away by Silver. And now it's mid-keep wall being pressured. The Pyroblast onto Arcane. It's going to take Greymane down to about 35% health here, force the tap. And now the wave clear battle continues as the blue web weavers are now joining the fight. Valkyrie onto Crinetix is good. The follow-up Ring of Frost onto 1. Stage dive will not land onto Styx. There's the silence. Follow-up sleep by Subutai catches 4. And BMed is looking for a drag. Finds it onto Johanna. The Gravel Bomb pulling BMed back in there. But the Burrow and the Essence Heal is going to keep Dahaka nice and healthy here. So once again, the counterplay from both of these teams keeping everyone alive despite pretty much every single ult committed in that fight. Bottom fort has been taken out by the objective. Top objective is working on this keep. And while Can't Create acronymS has been making sure that these fights don't get out of hand, the macro pressure coming in from Team Rainbow Strike Go is just going to slowly push down their keeps. BMed going to try to move through. The follow-up stun is there. The Burrow comes out. It looks like Dahaka will be able to move on out of there. The drag does not connect. And bottom keep wall is taken out here. Team Rainbow Strike Go just going to move back. They need another 40 gems for their next turn-in. These teams just going to go ahead and reset. Can't Create acronymS It's got to create some lane pressure here. Dahaka going to be pushing in that top lane. The rest of the crew trying to even out the mid. They still have 90 seconds until their bruiser camp is up to try to help with that push. And right now, Team Rainbow Strike Go is just trying to control these rotations, staying off the map, letting Gazlo move in the mid. And this is the ultimate stalemate. Can't Create Acronyms is the one that has the they have the reason to step out right now. Team Rainbow Strike Go is just waiting for a mistake. They're out here, they see the rotation to the top lane, B-Med moving along the bottom, looking to ward away the turn-in as Arcane has enough to turn in on their own. Greymane gonna get the turn-in, the drag is good, and Johanna is blown up. There's the first big blow-up from Can't Create Acronyms, and they're gonna pair it with a red Web Weaver wave push. So that's a lot of the wave clear from Team Rainbow Strike Go taken out there. Johanna off the board for another 20 seconds. We'll see what Can't Create Acronyms can do with this time. Bottom lane going to be slowly pushed out by the objective. Mid and top going to be meeting at the fort walls here. 5 seconds on Johanna. Looks like top fort will be taken out here. Kingle in the mid lane clearing away of that objective. Johanna is back on the battlefield for this defense. Well, Can't Create Acronyms continue the push in the top lane, or are they going to rotate through? Looks like B-Med's going to peel off. Oh, the Valkyrie catches Greymane. Follow-up stun is good. There's the Pyroblast as well, and Greymane picked from behind the cannon tower. And that's going to force Can't Create Acronyms to move back. Very nicely done by Cassia there. The very end of the Valkyrie pulling in Greymane, the chain stun was there, recording the first kill of the game for Team Rainbow Strike Go. And we're going to see the heavy rotation to the mid. TRSG has level 16, and it looks like they're going to move towards the boss. They've got 10 seconds till Greymane is back. Can't Create Acronyms is on their right side bruiser camp. B-Med's turning in the bottom lane. They need Great Putu there to be able to turn in the next objective. So it looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to have this boss. Can't Create Acronyms is starting to move up, but they're not going to be there in time. Can Styx move down for the interrupt? Oh, the Valkyrie comes out, does not catch Arcane this time. And this boss push will meet another red Web Weaver wave. B-Med finds the stun onto one. And the blow-up is there onto Cassia. Gravel Bomb catches two, followed up by the Ring of Frost. Sprintic slides through. This could be trouble for Kingle in the backline. But look at all that damage from Team Rainbow Strike Go. Kael'thas having a field day out there. But that's 2 kills for Can't Create Acronyms, and somehow everyone's surviving on the red team. So we're going to see the red Web Weavers ultimately cleared out here as Can't Create Acronyms. I think everyone was on 10% health there. Had to move on back and clear that boss. So we're going to see Robert clear the mid lane. We're going to see Silver and Panda clear out the bottom lane. But a great job from Can't Create Acronyms to find that kill in the team fight and somehow survive that intense burst of Kael'thas damage. Crew going to go ahead and clean up that cannon tower. Everyone back on the field for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Still have an objective pushing in the top lane with a little bit of health. B-Med is going to see Silver on the rotation and then boogie on out of there like the quick dinosaur that he is. Meanwhile, this is still a hefty push in the top lane. You're going to go ahead and take out this keep wall. Team Rainbow Strike Go is starting to rotate up. Can't Create Acronyms is going to peel on out of there. And all of a sudden, this game is looking a lot closer than it was 5 minutes ago. Gazlo could be in some trouble here. Krinitek slides on through, the body blocks are there, and that's going to be it for Gazlo. Very nice rotation from Can't Create Acronyms, right underneath the fort of TRSG. Red is going to try to turn in their gems while they can. Almost ready for another turn-in is Team Rainbow Strike Go. They've got 1 extra now. Arcane's going to go ahead and grab this bottom camp while the rest of Can't Create Acronyms starts a push in the bottom lane. Looks like Silver and Panda will be enough to trigger a blue Webweaver wave. Not sure why Silver keeps canceling that, and that will not be able to turn in. So we see Arcane is going to go ahead and claim this bottom fort and even up the structure count. Oh, doesn't quite finish it. Going to try to let the wave do that. Both these teams playing very carefully, not wanting to get caught out. Silver is here trying to clear away this camp, and it looks like the bottom fort's going to survive. I'm still not sure why Silver was delaying that turn-in. Left side bruiser camp, picked up by Team Rainbow Strike Go. Silver looking for a turn-in opportunity again, but Arcane is going to be there for the interrupt. Oh, there's the stun and the root follow-up onto Greymane. Can Robert catch up? There's the stun as well. Stay While and Listen catches 4. Panda in the background gets the cleanse onto Robert. Going to avoid Kael'thas getting hit by the slide. Wow, Crinetix getting absolutely demolished there, but Kingle is the next to go down. B-Med has to pop the Essence. Jaina taken out by Styx up above. Cassia's moving on to B-Med. There's the Pyroblast. Should have the Burrow available. We'll just go ahead and follow that. Could not move for long enough. Did not have the Burrow available. That must have been like a second off, because I thought that B-Med had used it a while ago there. So that's 3 kills for 1 for Team Rainbow Strike Go. They've got a blue Webweaver wave that's going to be catching up in the mid lane here. Could this be a push for victory? It's 20 seconds till ETC's back on the field. Mid keep is going to be gone. And we're going to have a Webweaver on the core. I think this could be it here. Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to move on to the core. They've got the Bruiser camp. They've got the objective. And it's only Sabutai and Arcane here for the defense. Valkyrie will not catch Arcane this time. Core shielding is gone. ETC is now back on the field, but we're down to 60% on this core. Can Crinetix get their... Sabutai gets Malfurion with the sleep. 25% on the core. Styx is moving around. Johanna's taken out here. Robert and Panda going to get the last couple autos, and Team Rainbow Strike Go picks up the victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen. GG. All right, game number 1 is in the books. Very cautious game there from these teams. Just moving around, clearing those waves. Some great reactive team fights. Some of those fights that could have been, 4 dead, 5 dead, 6 dead, back and forth. But the healers doing a fantastic job of saving. The tanks doing a great job of peeling. But ultimately, when the team fights are that even, it's the team with the macro pressure, with the wave clear, that's going to slowly get ahead. And we saw Team Rainbow Strike Go just creating a ton of map pressure all game long and snowballing a late team fight into a victory there. Very well done. Kingle on the Gazlowe, leading the way on the hero damage, nearly 30,000. And Arcane playing the Greymane for Can't Create Acronyms, almost hitting 28,000. And also leading the way on the siege. Very nicely done. Take a quick look over at the talents, and then we're going to set up for game number 2. Alrighty, before we head to the break, I owe Valcomer some curls. Alright. Create some space here. Alright, 10 curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. There you go, Valcomer. Thank you for spending your bananas. That's game number 1. We're going to go ahead and go to the break and set up for game number 2. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We're getting ready for game number 2. Team Rainbow Strike Go struck first on Tomb of the Spider Queen, going up 1-0 in this series. And Can't Create acronymS is looking to strike back with their next map pick. Teams are about ready in the lobbies, so I'll take you back over to the map screen and remind you of the state of this series. Infernal Shrines, Volskaya Foundry, Hanamura Temple, and Braxis Holdout are banned away for today's series. Tomb of the Spider Queen was chosen by Can't Create acronymS, but it was Team Rainbow Strike Go that was victorious. And now we're going to see Can't Create acronymS taking us to Alterac Pass for game number 2. Teams are putting out the readies, making sure everyone's all set to go. Hope everyone's having a good time there in chat. Hunter Purebred, Jay's on with the big raid, Valkymer been hanging out, Watermelon Cheeky, Chair Glue. Thank you all for coming out today. Take it back to me for a moment as these teams are not quite ready to go. Yes, it was the Knights matchup versus Nerf the Smurfs, that's correct. Yeah, I was telling Robert in the coin flip that I had cast the Knights earlier this weekend. Alright, Tomb of the Spider Queen was game number 1. We're going to go to Alterac Pass here. And once again, it is Team Rainbow Strike Go that is the first to act. We saw... what did they ban first last time? We saw the Diva ban and we saw the Diablo ban. Diva still very strong in the off lane. Wouldn't be surprised if that's just banned away regardless of map by a lot of teams right now. So we'll see. Are they going to stick with the strategy? Alterac Pass is a little bit more leaning towards global presence, and Samuro can definitely do that. I think BMed's only got the 1 game on Samuro. It's either 1 or 2 games on the Samuro so far this season. But they're going to go ahead and take that away. Samuro can provide a ton of map pressure on Alterac Pass, being such a large map. Can't Create acronymS. Thinking about their next ban here. Will it be the Gazlo? No, it's going to be Johanna this time. So Silver's not going to be able to play the hero for a 9th time so far in the NGS. Lost Vikings banned away by Team Rainbow Strike Go, so trying to reduce the funny business by as much as possible here. Can't Create acronymS. Will they ban the Gazlo? Will they throw the respect over to Kingle, or do they want to force out the first pick and then respond to it? We'll have to see what their strategy will be. It's going to be the Alarak ban once again, so that's Gazlo open. I'm expecting a snap pick, to be honest. There it is. Kingle picks up the Gazlo first pick once again. Saying find an answer. Find an answer to the Gazlo. Can't Create acronymS next to act here. We saw the Dahaka last game. That could definitely do some work. Crinetics on the ETC, especially if it's a stage dive, could do some work for sure. Sabutai is going to be back on the Deckard, and Great Putu is going to be playing some Junkrat. Junkrat can do some good work in delaying the objective, long-range wave clear, and very mobile with those mine jumps. Silver and Robert are going to grab the May and the Rainer. Rainer, just strong, consistent damage, can definitely help out with those camp clear. Where are you, Robert? There you are, Rainer. So with Gazlo, May, and Rainer picked up, they're going to go ahead and ban away Anduin. Can't Create acronymS already has their healer locked up, so they get their choice of what to ban away here. Team Rainbow Strike Go is looking at Deckard and Junkrat so far. Wouldn't be surprised me to see another Diablo ban come through, not allow that pairing with Deckard. Crinetics has played some Diablo, a lot of ETC as well here. So really either way, you're getting one or the other. So just whatever you decide is more out of your comfort zone. Instead, they're going to say, if you're going to have one or the other, take your pick. We're going to ban away the Dahaka. So just trying to target BMed in the off lane with these picks. So we take a look at what else BMed's been playing. It's a lot of Gazlo and Vikings, to be honest. There's been a Samuro, there's been some Imperius games as well, though I'm not sure I like Imperius. Imperius into Gazlo is not bad if you're landing your Impales. Crinitix is going to go ahead and grab the Garrosh, and BMed's going to play some Thrall. Interesting. Now, one thing I haven't checked, I always used to like playing Artanis into Gazlo, because you take amateur opponent and you just 1W kills his turrets. But I haven't tried since the rework. I don't know if the turrets still die to 1W from Artanis. I'm going to have to look into that. Lucio, going to be picked up by Panda, and Styx is going to play Sylvanas. Sylvanas going to very much aid the pushes with the AI objective here on Alterac Pass. And Lucio is a big pain to Garrosh, being able to just have that mini pushback on such a low cooldown, denying a lot of the engages that Crinitix is going to be looking for. Arcane going to come in with the Tychus to round out this draft. So that's a lot of poke, a lot of flanking damage coming in from Can't Create Acronyms. And frankly, some good range from both sides here. We'll have to see. I think this is going to be a pretty heavy positioning battle from our two squads. But let's see how it goes. Team Rainbow Strike Go versus Can't Create Acronyms on Alterac Pass. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Just fumbling with some keys there. On the left in the blue, once again, we have Team Rainbow Strike Go with Styx on the Sylvanas. Robert is playing Raynor. Kingle is back on the Gazlo. Panda's playing Lucio. And Silver is on the Mei. On the right in the red, Can't Create Acronyms. It's Arcane on the Tychus. Subutai is playing Deckard. Great Putu is on the Junkrat. Crinitix on the Garrosh. And BMed on the Thrall. Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Lucio going to be stacking up that party mix on level 1. Garrosh looking for those Q stacks. The throw not quite connecting. And these teams are just looking for a fight here in the mid lane. Gazlo already setting up those turrets. This is where we're going to see Junkrat get a lot of value, being able to just lob grenades onto that bridge, clear away with the bomb. Silver has to use the icing to get away from the advancing members of Can't Create Acronyms. Looks like we're going to have Sylvanas handling Thrall down here in the bottom lane, and Junkrat is going to go up against Gazlo here in the top lane. These squads just going to go ahead and try to maintain a presence. 5 seconds or so until the Knoll camp is up. Arcane and Subutai just gonna go ahead and wait and get that going right at the 1 minute mark. We're gonna see Robert and Panda do just the same. Raynor did pick up Exterminator on 1, so he's gonna be clearing away those camps with extreme efficiency. And also gonna be able to do that without the aid of the team. Panda gonna help out with this first one. But coming into the later levels, Raynor's going to be taking those out lickety-split. Looks like BMed is getting the better of Styx in the bottom lane for the meantime. Oh, the stun lands onto Great Putu. Kingle landing that Explodium charge. Junkrat, a very, very small health pool. So every little bit of damage onto Junkrat matters. Subutai is going to drop off some potions, try to help out the Grenadier. Camp's going to meet in the mid lane here. Looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go has a bit of advantage getting this camp all the way up onto the wall. Arcane just burning down these gnolls. Crinitix looking for a throw. Garrosh dismounted by Panda. The throw is good onto Lucio, though. Has to use the scoot to get on by. Tychus is stunned. Subutai throwing out those potions, trying to keep Tychus alive. Bottom lane matchup, things looking pretty even. Top lane matchup, looks like Junkrat starting to put a little bit of damage onto Gazlowe. Overall, things are pretty chill here in the early going. Both teams just looking for advantages if they present themselves. Overall, not overextending too much. Sabotage is going to go back and get full mana for the next objective. BMed trying to go on to Styx, does not land the root, so Sylvanas will manage to get on out of there. Arcane moving into the top lane. Kingle is discovered, but Gazlowe will scoot on back. Putu going back as well. We're going to see our teams very likely taking the siege camps once again. We see Robert and Panda right back onto the Null camp. Right now, Can't Create Acronyms is not focusing on their camp for the meantime. They want to find Styx. There's the aggressive Haunting Wave. Crinetix trying to find Sylvanas. The stun over the wall is good. There's the Unstoppable, and Styx manages to get away. Arcane moving right up onto the wrong side of Silver, but there's the throw. Icing from Mei will allow Silver to get away, but Arcane was there peppering away with that turret. Silver manages to survive there. BMed clearing away that camp in the mid lane. Still haven't taken the right side camp, can't create acronyms. This could be trouble. Crinetix throws in Gazlowe. Kingle going down to 30% there. BMed on the back line. Finds the root onto 2, but not onto Gazlowe. Team Rainbow Strike Go was moving on to this objective. They want to start this progress. Styx moving down to the bottom lane, trying to get the wave clear. So both teams have found level 7. So this is generally the point where we see them start to duel over the objective. Silver feigning in there. Crinetix can't find the throw onto Silver. And here comes the positioning battle, the posturing that I suspected was going to come through from our teams in this matchup. Gazlowe and Tychus in the bottom lane trying to catch some soak. Sylvanas coming to join. Silver goes in aggressively with that icing. Kingle trying to get the last tap onto Arcane. Robert in some trouble in the backline though, and Rainer's going to be first blood of this game. Can't Create Acronyms picking up the kill onto the Space Marine. Can't Create Acronyms. Just going to try to find some soak. They want to find level 10. Sabotage just coming on down to throw some potions out for Crinetix. So Can't Create Acronyms decides not to move on to the enemy objective. Decides to try to get an XP advantage. It looks like Styx is going to get here in time to grab these orbs. And now we're going to see Can't Create Acronyms working on their null camp on the right-hand side. And Robert is on top of things for Team Rainbow Strike Go on the left. So Can't Create Acronyms a full cycle behind on these knolls. And if we take a look at the experience there, as Team Rainbow Strike Go finishes this off, I think it's about 160 experience that you get. There it is. So that's going to be a constant advantage this game, as we see Mei is absolutely thrown in. Silver manages to ice right over that mine and get knocked back towards the rest of the team. Garrosh, the dagger from Sylvanas, lowering that armor. Throwing out that black arrow poison. Team Rainbow Strike Go manages to recap their objective. And now we're going to see our teams kind of stalling, looking for possibly level 10 here, as they're both about halfway through 9. Kingle clearing out the mid lane now. Robert and Styx moving up. Crinetix is moving across the map. Styx throws out the Haunting Wave. Robert may not be so lucky. The stun is there, and the kill comes out. Level 10s are online for Team Rainbow Strike Go, but they're about to be online for Can't Create Acronyms as well. And it looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go is just going to have to poke in here. There's the Odin committed by Tychus. The taunt onto the back line. Oh, the counter gravel bomb. Silver staying alive due to that sound barrier. And Deckard Cain's going to go down. Panda's on the chase, wants to find Crinetix here. Oh, but manages to heal up. And Lucio is taken down. It's a 1-for-1 on the healers. Looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go has the opportunity to start this channel. Oh, Putu is going to go ahead and throw out the interrupts here. Checking in on those heroics, Team Rainbow Strike Go, we've got the Hyperion, the Avalanche, Sound Barrier, Gravo Bomb, and Wailing Arrow. Can't create acronyms looking at the Odin, Earthquake. It is the Riptire from Junkrat. Warlord's Challenge and Stay a While and Listen as Kingo trying to get away from the damage of Junkrat. Both teams back to full strength. There it is, Team Rainbow Strike Go is on top of that camp once again. And the first objective of the game is still in question. As we crest over level 11. Crinitix wants to find Kringle once again. Gazlo, gets stunned, the throwback is good. Gravel Bomb will not connect, Silver's there for the peel. May manages to avoid the big mine toss. And once again, the saves coming out from these teams have been so good in these pick scenarios. Neither team has really had the opportunity to move forward. Silver gets the dismount onto BMed, but is stuck in the backline there. The icing stops short. The sound barrier will not hit May, and that is the first kill of the game for Can't Create Acronyms. Now it looks like they're going to go ahead and move on to this objective. Odin is popped by Arcane, trying to push back the members of Team Rainbow Strike Go. The allies take the camp, or the alliance I should say. And Can't Create Acronyms is going to have the first rider phase of the game. Gazlo moving up to the top lane. See our team split up here, trying to catch as much experience as possible and clear away this objective. Can't Create Acronyms focusing on the bottom lane for now. Crinitix warding in the bush, making sure that nothing funky is coming in from the flanks. And the push in the bottom lane is going to be responded to by Team Rainbow Strike Go as Silver, Robert, and Panda come on through. Silver finds the icing onto the back line, gets blown over the rock. Panda thrown in, the taunt is good. The silencing arrow comes out, but will not be enough. Gazlo actually taken out in the top lane by Thrall, and Lucio goes down in the bottom lane. So bottom lane objective is going to be pushed back by Team Rainbow Strike Go, but BMed in the top lane has a very healthy wave and very healthy objective here. Going to be getting some work done here in the farthest lane. Can't Create Acronyms still has a wave here. He's going to get some work done on this bottom fort. Objective wailing away on the mid wall. BMed, seeing Team Rainbow Strike Go off the map, is going to back off and be careful. Without a minion wave here, looks like Can't Create Acronyms is going to back off for now. But think better of it. And Team Rainbow Strike Go, I'm not sure if they were noticed next to that minion wave. They're going for this top boss. They must have been seen on the wave, as we're going to see Can't Create Acronyms work on this bottom boss here. Gonna be cleared away. Gazlo peeling away from the group. BMed. We'll see Gazlo in the mid. Top boss taken. Bottom boss about to be taken away here by Can't Create Acronyms. But without this bottom fort, this boss is going to be pushing straight onto the keep wall. You're going to see BMed move up to the top lane to try to halt this push from Sylvanas and Kingle. But once they move up, there's not a whole lot that Thrall's going to be able to do here. Gravel Bomb comes out, does not connect onto BMed. There's the Earthquake from Thrall trying to peel away. The root is good onto Kingle, the fort keying onto Gazlo. This could be trouble. There's the silencing arrow. Styx is going right in. BMed on low health and low mana, but managing to survive the 2-on-1 push. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, this boss has taken out the keep wall and is going to push onto the structure. Slam's going to come out. Or not? Did that slam actually land? Didn't look like it did. So Can't Create Acronyms doing an awful lot with the first objective of the game. Prisoners spawning in 20 seconds here. Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to get on top of their null camp here. And it looks like Can't Create Acronyms are going to do the same. Top wave going to be caught up there by Great Putu. acronymS maintaining a presence here in the mid lane. As Can't Create Acronyms has level 16. We'll see what they can do with this level advantage. It's going to be a few more waves at least until Team Rainbow Strike Go gets the opportunity to find the same talent here. Subutai trying to set up those Deckard potions. It looks like Can't Create Acronyms is going to start to move forward. Level 16 on the precipice for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Robert with the first interrupt. Will not have the next, and we're going to see Can't Create Acronyms start the channel. The level 16 has arrived for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Sylvanas moving up from the bottom lane. Going to try to clear away this null camp. They've got 25 seconds until the cap completes. Robert going to halt the objective for now. Silver icing on in. Gets caught on the wall and doesn't go very far. Alliance have taken back their camp. Robert just trying to clear away the mid lane with that Executioner. There's the stun. Sound Barrier saves Kingle for now. Silver trying to walk on out of there. The Gravel Bomb. There's a big sleep coming in from Subutai. Team Rainbow Strike Go starting to heal up with those big Lucio beats. BMed caught by the icing of Silver. But there's the Into the Fray. Once again, both teams clashing, mashing together, and just getting healed back up. Kingle thrown in by acronymS. Counter stun will not land as acronymS manages to wiggle back down to the mid lane. Silver once again trying to ice on through. Styx in a little bit of trouble here. Sylvanas is taken out by Tychus. The throw onto Silver is good. May is stuck in the back line. Pops the Unstoppable, the icing. Oh, Silver trying to get on out of there, but acronymS is on the chase. Can't find the throw, but is stuck in the mud. And there goes May. We're going to see Team Rainbow Strike Go. Now 2 members down, going to focus on their null camp. Kingle down to the bottom lane. Going to force a response from BMed. Can't Create Acronyms with a 2-player advantage. Working on their camp, but not the objective. I'm not sure about that play here. I'd like to see them move forward and get this channel before Sylvanas and May make it back onto the battlefield. BMed down in the bottom lane. Trying to save this fort. Sylvanas is up. Another 5 seconds here for May. acronymS wants to find Kingle here. The throw is good. There's the taunt. This could be it. The counter silence from Sylvanas not enough. Gazlo's going to go down here. So acronymS flexing those big orc muscles. Just walking forward with impunity while Panda was not in the position for the save. And it looks like Can't Create Acronyms will pick up this objective after all. Blizzard trying to clear away this mid lane for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Another 5 seconds on the channel. acronymS warding away the minions. And we will have another Horde Rider phase. Coming down the lanes. Top fort pretty much cleared away here. One grenade from Arcane will be enough. Junkrat moving through the mid here. Styx trying to get the interrupt, but Putu blasting on away to the mid lane. Here come the Riders. Right now, Team Rainbow Strike Go focusing on the mid lane, but top lane already on top of the keep wall as Can't Create Acronyms. They're very close to level 20 here. BMed finds Robert. The Unstoppable is good. There's the Sound Barrier, but will not catch. Oh, May still alive somehow. Follow-up sleep. There goes Silver finally. BMed killed in response. It's just a 1-for-1. acronymS managing to survive. Kingle managing to survive. So we're now 4v4 as the top objective is cleared away. Mid going to be cleared away by Team Rainbow Strike Go. Level 20 is here for Can't Create Acronyms. Bottom keep actually taken out by this objective in all that action. So 5 structures to 2 here for Can't Create Acronyms. Both bosses are in play 15 seconds till May's back on the battlefield. We'll see what Can't Create Acronyms wants to do. It looks like they're going to start moving towards the back camp. As we see Team Rainbow Strike go on top of their own null camp here. So not playing too aggressively. They would have had to jump right on top of a boss to get it done before May was back on the battlefield. Definitely a safer play there. Great Putu showing in the top lane, clearing away this wave. Has the grenade ready. But Styx and Silver approaching at an extreme angle here. Heading back to lane. Oh, this could be trouble. The silence arrow is out onto Junkrat, and Great Putu is taken out. There's the huge gravel bomb catching one. B-Med is peeled for by Crinetix. Sound barrier coming out from Lucio, and the chase is on. Haunting wave to try to move on up. And Team Rainbow Strike Go will cease the chase. The one kill is enough, and they're going to go ahead and grab this top boss. Prison Camp coming up in about 15 seconds here, but it's in the bottom lane. So that's going to force Can't Create Acronyms to make a choice. Top boss is taken. Looks like Arcane is going to start it up. I don't know if Team Rainbow Strike... Excuse me. I don't know if Team Rainbow Strike Go gets down here in time. Looks like Can't Create Acronyms will not commit to it. Core trying to deal with these waves. Team Rainbow Strike Go just going straight down to the bottom boss. Still 8 seconds on Junkrat. Top boss is already onto the keep wall, so Can't Create Acronyms has to make a choice, and it looks like they're going to go back for the defense here. So it's a double boss play for Team Rainbow Strike Go. And the objective is ready. So they're going to go ahead and move on to that and force Can't Create Acronyms to work quickly. Thrall just keeping this lane frozen to allow the keep to take out the boss here. Team Rainbow Strike Go gonna start up the objective. 45 seconds left on the channel. Boss is gonna barrel down this keep, or this fort I should say. Looks like Can't Create Acronyms is gonna move in for the team fight here. The Feral Spirit does not connect. There's the Gravel Bomb onto 2. Hyperion is out as well. Silence Arrow. B-Med is down. Crinetix trying to heal on up. Junkrat Riptire trying to get the kill. Sleep onto 3 from Subutai. Oh, May manages to pop the ice block to stay alive. And with all of that, this has been the story of this series. Just massive, blown out team fights. Ults pop from both sides. 1 kill recorded. Only Thrall going down here. But that's going to force Can't Create Acronyms to move back, clear up this boss, and get ready for the first Alliance Riders of the game. Team Rainbow Strike Go using those black arrows to focus on the mid fort. They do have a null camp pushing in the mid here. See what they want to do. The Riders are going to be stopped short in the top and bottom lanes. Team Rainbow Strike Go looking for an opportunity. There's the Indomitable from Crinetix, avoiding the zoning of the Blizzard. And this wall is going to be demolished by this objective. Silver thrown in by Crinetix. The follow-up taunt is good. Sound Barrier does catch May, though. The sleep onto 2 in the backline, and May is down. Crinetix trying to catch up to Kingle, will not get it, but the kill onto the enemy tank is going to be enough to halt the progress of this push. Top keep looks like it's going to be going down here to this objective. Bottom keep is being pushed onto by the remainder of Team Rainbow Strike Go, as Crinetix is actually forced back here. Team Rainbow Strike Go playing very aggressively. Able to peel on out of there as the objective is down. So they got 1 keep off of that, which is pretty good considering their tank got blown up right as the objectives reached the wall. So we're down to 2-2 on the structures. 90 seconds or so. 90 seconds on the top boss, 2 minutes on the bottom boss. Team Rainbow Strike Go going to go onto their null camp. Can't Create Acronyms going to do the same. And it's going to come down to 1 team fight here, 1 objective. If Team Rainbow Strike Go gets the next objective, it will absolutely be taking out both of these keeps. And now we're going to see teams really start to play around with the vision here on the map. 22 to 22. Both these teams just going to move around and look for errors. B-Med shows down in the bottom lane. There's the root onto Mei. The Unstoppable popped early. Gravel Bomb catches two. Taunt is good onto Gazlo. Gazlo's going to go down first. The sound barrier was good. The Wailing Arrow was caught in the back line. Arcane sent to the back, and Team Rainbow Strike Go lose Gazlo. Managed to get the rest out of there. With Gazlo down for 50 seconds, this objective could be lethal for Can't Create Acronyms. Bottom boss up in 1 minute, top boss up in 10 seconds. Gonna see the bottom lane push here from the remainder of Team Rainbow Strike Go. Now they can't just take the other boss because there's a 45-second difference in boss availability. Top boss is going to be started up. They're going to go ahead and reset it. So we see Team Rainbow Strike Go trying to push onto this keep. The backs are there. Well, they're thinking about it. Tychus managed to go back. The rest of Can't Create Acronyms is going to start up this boss. So a good head fake there by Team Rainbow Strike Go. So they get some pressure in the bottom lane. Arcane's going to be there to clean it up. They allow Gazlo enough time to get back on the battlefield. Top boss will be taken by Can't Create Acronyms. It's going to be pushing on to this fairly healthy keep here in the top lane. Team Rainbow Strike Go is going to have enough time to clear away this boss, though, and still get to the objective. It's a 50-second timer on this objective. And with Robert's Executioner, this boss will not be alive for long here. Can't Create Acronyms just moving around the map. It looks like Crenetix and Subutai are going to try to start up this bottom boss. Team Rainbow Strike Go has this top boss cleared. If they came down here quickly, they could get here in time. Looks like they're going to try to move across the map. Or are they moving down? Boss is not yet at half health. Junkrat coming down from the top lane, and we could have a fight over this. Here comes Kingle. This could be trouble. He's going to... Oh, he didn't face check the bush. Very good. Silver's going to start moving in, and Team Rainbow Strike Go is here. The throwback. There's the silence onto Deckard. Can Mei get onto the point? Kingle's on the point, and that's a double kill for Team Rainbow Strike Go. Great Butu trying to maintain pressure on the point. Uses the Riptire, but is taken out. That's 3 kills for Team Rainbow Strike Go. They take the boss, and they're going to try to push for the win. With just Tychus and Garrosh left, and this shred of a keep, this looks like it's going to be game. Black arrows onto the keep are there. Arcane trying to move on back. And it looks like Team Rainbow Strike Go are going to move onto this keep and take out the game. There is the sound barrier, and here comes the boss. Gravel Bomb onto one. There goes Garrosh. Arcane manages to slip away, but this series is going to go to Team Rainbow Strike Go. They get the 2-0 victory. GG. Alrighty. There we have it. Can't Create Acronyms ahead on the hero kills there, 12-8. But once again, we saw the team fights very, very clean from both of these teams. A lot of great saves, a lot of fantastic counterplay. Only small kills here and there in the early game. And it came down to the final minutes. Once again on game number 2. And it was Team Rainbow Strike Go managing to get onto that boss point in time and pick up the victory. Very, very nicely done. Kingle once again leading the hero damage on the Gazlo. 77.5k there for Team Rainbow Strike Go. B-Med on the Thrall, edging out Great Putu on the hero damage, nearly 68,000. very nicely done. Grab a quick look at the talents, and then we'll see if we can get an interview with our victors. Alrighty. There we have it. Let's see if we can get an interview with Team Rainbow Strike Go. In the lobby here. Hope everyone had a good time watching that match. Very, very back and forth there. 2-0 definitely does not tell the story in that series. Very close games, for sure. All right, we'll throw out the whisper here. Find the captain.
What up?
Robert, thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Dude, thank you. I'm just excited just to win the match. I know these guys were pretty tough, so they played awesome tonight.
Very, very close matchup in both games there. I think the story of the series was just the counterplay and the saves coming in from those team fights. A lot of those team fights were all ults blown on both sides, and then maybe one person died, maybe 0 people died. What were the comms like in those fights?
Chaotic. Is that? I'm sure you hear that a lot, right? I think there was a point where we kind of got together, but we were doing a lot of talking over ourselves, and we weren't helping ourselves for sure. But I don't know. I think it's I think once we kind of settled down, the second game went on forever. It seemed like I don't even know how long it was, but
Something
I
like
think
20, 24, 25 minutes Ultra Pass, yeah.
it seemed longer than most games that we play. But I think the longer that the game progressed, we got ourselves collected. So, and we were doing comms a lot better near the end of the game, which obviously showed a little bit better in our execution. But my goodness, we were a mess in the beginning for sure.
Yeah, we saw some Crinetics on the Garrosh was absolutely commanding the space there. Once the taunt came online, there was a lot of picks coming through, and things were looking a little sketchy. But so at the end of the game there, Alterac Pass.
Bringing that up, before your question, I do want to give a shout out to him, because when I did some scouting on him, I knew it was like his most played tank, but he didn't play it at all this season, so I was like, maybe he's not going to give it a shot. But he actually did really well in his first showing in a league game with Garrosh. That wasn't something we planned for, so good on him.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
The question.
So the last scenario there, Alterac Pass, the bosses aren't coming up at the same time. It's a staggered boss cap timing. Gazlo's down. You're trying to move around the map, trying to create time. Did you think that you actually had enough time to get down to that boss when you saw Can't Create Acronyms was definitely on that bottom boss there?
Well, it was confused. We were like, maybe they got it. We were kind of anticipating it, that they got it, and surprised that they didn't. So we weren't sure exactly what was going on. I mean, again, maybe they're just waiting or whatever. But one of their guys kept showing in lane, and we're like, well, maybe they're not on it. Maybe they are. And we just kept going back and forth. So
yeah, it looked like a little bit of indecision on whether to go in or not. But
yeah, yeah, that's pretty accurate. If you're a comms, you'd understand why. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was kind of debating. I think it's one of those things where, like if you get punished early game for a few deaths, you can recover. But a death late game can pretty much be game ending. So we were just trying to be cautious. So that's kind of what we did. It was like, we got to play 40, 50 an hour, whatever we got to do, play this long chess match. It's got to be patient, but it worked out for us tonight for sure on that one.
Absolutely. Now, talk to me a little bit about Gazlo. We saw the buffs come through this week that a lot of people were wondering why they came through. Now, we saw up until this week, Gazlo in NGS particularly was going fairly low pick. It was Diva, Diva, Diva. Everyone's on top of Diva. Some teams with Gazlo, a lot of teams without. Do you feel like, were you on the Gaslow train before the buffs came through, or did you feel like those were really what put you over the edge into bringing Gaslow out in each game today?
Yeah, it kind of had to deal with a combination. I mean, it worked out in our favor that Gaz got buffed, but I mean, if you did the scouting at least a little bit, like one of their guys was a Gaz main, so we're like, hasn't been playing it so much this season, but his history suggests. I mean, he's like, I don't know how many Gaz games he's got played, but he's got like 1,200 and something crazy
Hmm.
on that character. So we're like, all right, he's played him a ton. I mean, that's an understatement. I think
Yeah.
my highest guy is like 100 games, not 1,200 and something crazy. But so we kind of had an idea like we might have to play against it, but it just kind of worked out that he got buffed and he's a little bit stronger, and we wanted to take a pick away from him, who is also their Vikings player and also their Sam player, and who knows what else. I think he plays Murky, and I don't know. He just plays a lot of like annoying characters that it sucks to lose to any of those characters. So we just didn't want to play against any of them. So
Okay, so just choking down the funny business we definitely saw in the final bands there on
yeah,
Alterac Pass for sure.
yeah.
So we're pretty much in the middle of the season now. You've faced a lot of the teams in your division. Are there any teams that you're looking forward to facing in the final weeks?
I mean, the competition for just C West has been amazing for us. I mean, it's kind of like we're in a sweet spot of like huge competitive, and we're winning a little bit more games than we've been losing so far. But we kind of know like going in, any of the matches can go either way.
Hmm.
So it's just good competitively that way. I think obviously the Newmans got us already this season, which I'm sure they got a handful of us. Except any Oak League apparently this season had. Shout out to those guys for beating them.
Yeah.
But obviously the GG team. I don't know how to pronounce their name. You probably do better than I. I know they're
The
undefeated.
Garrulous
There
Gaberlunzies.
we go. There we go. We got them, and I know they're a hybrid. They're a combination of a couple teams last season, and they added some other people, but it's a good team for sure. I mean, they were good players on the other teams when they weren't together, but now that they got those
Mhm.
guys together, it's super dangerous. Super excited for the CCS team. Like, not, I mean, obviously we played another CCS with the other CCS team as well.
Mhm.
Always close matches. I think every time we play them, we end up like splitting 3 games, and I don't even know. I think we're like might be tied for all I know, as far as like playing against each other. But honestly, just everyone that's left, and I don't know who they are off the top of my head, but just really good competition. So I guess all of the above, Christian. I don't really have really, I'm not scared or like confident. Either way, I'm kind of in the middle as far as neutral. It's just like, hey, you know what? We're just gonna take it one game at a time and prepare. And I know we got another one coming tonight, which is another good competition. The Storm team, what was they called? Can't remember off the top of my head. If you're in chat,
Resurgence of the Storm, I
that's
want to
it. That's
say.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, I know they're a tough team too. So yeah, just a lot of good competition this season for sure.
Fantastic. If the division feels like any matchup or most matchups could go either way or go for a 2-1, that's really, really cool.
It
Awesome to
is.
play in that sort of division.
It is. It's fantastic, actually.
Alrighty, well, as we start to close things out here, are there any shoutouts you'd like to make?
Of course, of course. Thanks for asking. First off, Crushinator, this is the first game you've ever casted for us that I can remember. So, number one, just I appreciate you just like taking the time and coming out here, putting us on a stage. I love watching the replays just to kind of get a take on kind of what your viewpoint is, because I definitely learn a lot those types of things.
Oh,
So,
my pleasure.
yeah, so first off, just thanks for doing it for us. Next shout out is for the CCS team that we played tonight. Freaking good team. I think and I spent a lot of brain power trying to figure out drafts beforehand, and
Mhm.
it just worked out for us in our favor. But huge great competition tonight. Shout out to our team. They put in the work, every week, and I appreciate you guys coming out. Good games tonight. You guys did fantastic. To the people that were watching, thanks for watching and supporting and just cheering both of our teams on. It's always fun to just kind of see that banter back and forth in chat.
Absolutely. A lot of fans out tonight.
Yeah, and then just in general, just guys, wear masks. We don't have a vaccine yet. It's a real thing. Wear a mask. And just be kind and stay safe and healthy out there. That's pretty much all I got, man. Any shout
All
outs for you,
right.
Crushinator? He's got NyQuil when I asked him. Do you have any shout outs?
For me, always you got to shout out Valk's mom. That's
Yeah, that's
tradition.
true. Yeah, that is tradition. Yeah, very good.
But yeah, just the entire I didn't mean to do so much Division C this season. Like I think this is my 10th Division C game. It's like 4 West and 6 East or something.
Dude, you
It's
put
just
in the
managed to
work.
line up with the times I happen to cast. But just the C division in general has been producing really, really good series. So just shout out to everyone here in Div C for making all these casts fantastic so far.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. That's all I got, man.
All right, well, Robert, thank you very much for joining me, and congratulations on the 2-0.
All right, thanks again. Appreciate it.
See you next time.
See you.